What's up, you guys? Welcome to another episode of The Stubbs Show. I am so excited to have you guys join me on today as I travel to the Washington, D.C. metropolitan area to speak to Carlos Walker about his testimony. You know, I was thinking about a topic for today's show, and I came up with this: from prison to vision. Yeah, that's his story. He went from prison to his vision. So we're going to sit down and talk with him, get to know him, and let you know more about his testimony, how he went through it. But before we do, let's get into a quick clip for today, our video for today. All right, you guys, let's get this show started.
Joe baby Joe.
Joe baby, Joe baby, Joe.
Joe baby, Joe baby Joe.
Joe baby, Joe baby, Joe.
Alright, now that that's stuck in your head, y'all can follow me on Instagram, right? Alright. So hi.
Hello there.
I'm Janice and I have a problem.
Okay.
A couple of them, if you have time to listen. You say I talk to God and I say I'm Christian. Some say that's the same effectiveness as a condom, yet I live in peace and they fold like wontons. Now, in case you were wondering, it's pronounced Janice, and I'm not a hood bitch, but I lived on the east. Then I lived on the west and was stressed and depressed, and my words got possessed, and my hand just kept writing, and my soul got undressed. Are you ready? Everything I touch dies. Do you know what that's like? To have the passion to make things grow, to prosper from head to toe when it does the opposite, no matter the energy, that's the positive. Everyone I want leaves. Do you know what that's like? The person of your dreams believes that you're not good enough like he or she, and you cry and plead that they won't leave, and if you just sat with a broken heart left on your sleeve, you know what it's like.
Come on. Well,
Everyone I love hates. And do you know what that's like? To love other people with different traits. You see, some were great friends and others were dates, and we sat at the table to play crazy eights. Oh no, checkers or even spades. You give them your love, but it's you that gets played. Do you know what it's like? Do you know what it's like to be born to die, but expected to fight with all your might, to feel the expectation of someone else? Because if you live for yourself, you get hit with thick belts. Try fearing your heart and stay in line to be someone else that they designed, and 20 years later don't want you to shine. Do you know what it's like? Do you know what it's like to cry yourself to sleep? Hold a pillow to your face so they can't hear you weep. But they're counting on the day the post, I hope you rest in peace. But no one wants to help you when your soul is at the feet. Do you know what it's like to set fire to a rose? It's like beauty in the struggle, pen to paper, I suppose. Will I ever make it? No one cares, no one knows, but they'll hit the like button and enjoy the fucking show. Do you know what it's like?
come on.
Joe baby,
Joe baby, Joe. Joe baby, Joe baby, Joe.
Joe baby,
Yeah.
Joe baby, Joe.
Joe baby, Joe baby, Joe.
We're talking to my special guest, author, motivational speaker, and artist, Carlos Walker. And you was just recently talking about losing your job and then crying, letting the tears fall. I wanted to chime into that because a lot of Black men don't think they should cry. Now, you done been through some hard situations. What do you say about a man crying? Why is it? I think it's necessary. Why do you feel that it's necessary? Speak to the men that's like, men don't cry, and the young boys that have been taught that they don't cry. Now they frustrated, angry, and pulling out a gun every time we turn around.
Because it's taught to us, indirectly and directly, not to cry. We choose not to. We bottle up our feelings. Somebody was telling me if you take a soda, you shake it up, what it'll do, You see how all that pressure builds?
Mm-hmm.
Not crying is like pressure building.
Mm.
Not knowing your emotions. It's pressure building.
It is.
There's a few times I didn't cry. When I went into prison, when I first got locked up, I cried for about 6 months. I lost everything that I had. I had over close to, if I had finished everything, all the drugs I had, I would have had $87,000. It was all gone. I cried. Now,
I bet you did.
look, hey, I was broken. I'm stuck in prison.
Yeah.
I cried. I don't know if I cried when I came home.
I'm pretty sure you might have felt like it. Tears of
excited.
joy, yeah.
Now, I haven't cried. Well, I cried a couple times after my parents passed. Just a couple, because I understand death different.
Mm-hmm.
They're gone, and they're no longer here. But that's out of, I would say, selfishness, because they went back to God.
Mm-hmm.
For me, I cried for a year straight almost. Out of joy. I've been home 4 years. Next month, I got to see both my parents before they passed. On this side, not in prison. I seen God allow my artwork to be at the World Trade Center 3 years in a row. I've exhibited in D.C. twice, Baltimore twice, Florida, Georgia. I got an art show I'm a part of in Boston coming up. I've seen God do things that wouldn't have never happened had I not opened my mouth and asked.
Now, when you say open your mouth and ask what, like to speak it out loud, pray, what do you explain
I
that?
spoke it out loud. God rest in you. I want you to do something. Say you're great.
I am great.
Did you hear yourself?
Mm-hmm.
The Bible says, as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. So the more you say, I am great, you hear yourself.
Mm-hmm.
It goes into your spirit.
Mm-hmm.
You have to encourage yourself.
That is true.
And as you speak it, it comes into fruition. Throughout the way you move, the way you act. You'll be great in everything you do. I said 15 times, my mama told me, pack my bags while I was locked up. And I didn't understand it at first. So she told me this for 3.5 years. I never done it. So I started reading books. As a man the Bible first. I read the whole Bible. As a man thinketh, and Think and Grow Rich.
Think and Grow Rich?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
And in all these books, it tells you that you can speak to your subconscious mind, or your subconscious mind regulates your body and what's out here.
Mm-hmm.
So what I realized is that the Bible tells you that.
Mm-hmm.
As a man thinketh in his
man
heart,
should be.
so is he.
Mm-hmm.
You have to learn to be able to speak into yourself. What is faith? Faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. You got to know that you got to hope. God said we are created in his image. So what did he do? He was a thinker first, but then he spoke it. Let there be.
Like.
Let there be. He did this every day, but it's already set up each day. So that's the reason why I say he's a thinker. But then he spoke it. He tells us write the vision and make it plain so that he who sees it can take it and run with it. Though it may tarry, wait for it. It will not tarry. So what I did, 15 times a day for 1.5 years, I said, I'm leaving prison this year.
The year that you left?
No, I said this for 1.5 years.
Okay.
15 times a day. I said, the world is going to see my artwork. And I said, I'm a millionaire. And I've seen 2 of the 3 things happen.
The third one is on the way.
I felt all 3. It's here, but some things you have to wait for because you have to mature before you get it. God wants to give your son. You couldn't give your son a car at 3 years old. Even if he wanted the car. If you had gave it to him, he would have wrecked and killed himself.
Yeah.
Some things you have to mature or God has to build you for. He ain't saying no. He's saying wait. It's yours and I want to get to you, but you ain't ready. Because if I get to you too early, you're a wreck.
That is true. That is true. I like that. So when did you pack those bags like your mama told you, and what happened?
After the book was wrote. No, after all the artwork was done.
Mm-hmm.
After the book was wrote. It
Mm-hmm.
felt like God clogged my ears up. And then what I did, one day, it popped in my head. Kind of like a caterpillar when it decided to climb up a tree.
Mm-hmm.
I came to myself. I said, darn, she might know something. So I told my homeboy, I said, look, I'm about to do something. It might seem crazy to you.
Mm-hmm.
But my mama told me to pack my bags. But she said pack them and unpack them. That sounded like you're trying to stay. So what I did, I packed my bags up.
Mm-hmm.
And every day I would walk to the R&D door and look out there and see inside my head me leaving. And what happened? 6 months to a year, I left. But during this time, this 6 month period, 6 months to a year period, Kim Kardashian, Van Jones, John Legend, them started fighting and promoting for prison reform.
Mm-hmm.
I ended up coming out 6 months to a year later.
Right on time, right?
I had to do it. Look, she knew something. I had to do it.
Mm-hmm. Because you had to get in alignment for what was coming.
What was you have anything? Matter of fact, my man said he preached and he said hope. Hold on, I'm about to mess this thing up. He said hope, wait for it, and expect. I told him one, you got to be able to think about stuff and speak it, but that runs in line with hope.
Mm-hmm.
Faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not yet seen. Wait for it.
Mm-hmm.
God will guide it for you.
Mm-hmm.
Wait for it.
Mm.
It's an appointed time for all this to come.
I'm telling you, I'm about ready to be. I'm telling you, if this was church, I'd be in here jumping around, shouting, and doing all types of stuff. I'm feeling the spirit, and I'm feeling what you pushing, and it's stronger in my ears than you even know. So you might be talking at a low tone, but for me, it's like, you hear this, daughter? Do you hear this? We're going to cut it up louder and get it louder and get it louder and expect it and know that it's going to come no matter what you've been through, what position you in, what's going on. If you got the strength and the drive to keep going, keep going. We're getting ready to take a quick break. We're going to come back with some what ifs for Mr. Carlos Walker. We'll be right back here on the Stubbs Show. Are you having car problems and looking for someone to rescue your car? Well, make sure you contact Auto Ambulance. They're located within the DC metropolitan area and they will come to you. There isn't much that they can't fix when it comes to cars. So make sure you reach out to them at 202-361-8853 and tell them that Stubbs sent you.
Think of it as Friday. Think of it as Free Fries Friday.
All right, you guys, welcome back to the Stubbs Show. This is an amazing interview. We are getting ready to get into the what ifs before I let Mr. Walker leave us on today, because I want to know his real opinion on a few what if things. So let's get into my what if factor. What if black men knew they were kings?
You wouldn't have what's going on now.
What do you mean?
They wouldn't be killing each other.
Mm.
They probably would treat their women better.
Mm.
Or even their women may treat them better. It'd be a better life.
I agree. Now, what if the roles were switched and black people had privilege and white people didn't?
You still get the same thing that you're getting now.
What do you mean?
As in the book, I didn't change anything.
Okay.
I kept everything the same, from Trayvon Martin being, well, not Trayvon, but Tamir Rice, Walter Scott. Everything, they would be fighting the fight that we're fighting. And we'd be fighting, or we would be doing what they're doing. Nothing changed.
Do you think we would be more kinder though?
No, because you'd be in their position. You wouldn't have the mind state that you have as we think now. Yes, we are empathetic. We are everything. But because if everything was to swap, you would be them.
What if guns weren't in our communities?
In, what is it, Britain, London, one of them two. They don't have guns. They got knives. They still they still doing.
They cutting, shaking each other up.
This is what they do. You have to learn that love is the biggest thing that you can do.
What if you already switched the role? Where did that come from? As if a white person went into the church and started, which they have bombed our churches before. But if a black person went in and did that, do you think that would happen? Because we don't play around with God.
How are you looking from it from us being in their position or just now?
As of now, like right now, I think we would probably fire that person up at the door.
Most definitely. You don't really see a lot of our people doing that because we do have an innate essence of God. So you don't just see us running in churches and doing ignorant stuff.
Not like that.
No.
And then not only that, I think that we tend to are quicker to hurt one another than we are different race. Why do you think that is? Just to get into that a little bit.
It's a mental aspect. Come from slavery. Have you ever read the Willie Lynch syndrome?
I haven't read that.
And he said that anything that they set up, it will last for 300 years. Men going against each other, their women guarding the sons, making them weaker. Everything is like, once you read it, it'll enlighten you, and you'll be like, wow, a lot of this stuff is still happening.
Are you looking for a place to create content, host your podcast show, or rent out an office space for the day? Then make sure you check out the Makayo. They're located in Temple Hills, Maryland, and you can follow them on Instagram at Makayo Official. Make sure you tell them Stubbs sent you.
I love you, baby, I know you do. I love you much, but I wanna feel you too. Just when you take away my pain.
Man, this has been a great interview. Thank you for coming in. I'm glad I know you now.
Nice.
You know, as I see you growing and doing more, I'll be like, well, I know him. That's my friend. That's Carlos. Can I call you Carlos or do I have to call you Mr. Walmart?
No, Carlos.
Oh, okay. He got all this wisdom. But anywho, before I let you go, first of all, thank you again for joining me and coming on. And you didn't even hesitate. When I said, can you come do the show? He was like, well, what it's going to be about, then I'm coming in. But I know you got a lot to do and a lot on your plate. So thank you again. But before we end, leave my folks with some motivational words and just something to encourage them. And also after that, how can they connect with you and all of that?
I got you. Me personally, I believe in God. For those who don't, at least believe in yourself. And in believing in yourself, like I said, the Bible says that the race is not given to the swift nor the strong, but to he who endures to the end. Whatever it is God has put in your spirit, move. And do not never give up. Because what you have is meant for you to have, and it's meant for you to get to it. But if you stop, then you never get to it. I watch trees grow. And as you watch trees grow from seed to full grown, you never see them say, I'm tired. You only see them grow. So grow.
He got some good analogies that he been dropping on us. I'm telling you, I never even thought about that with the tree. You got another one?
No, I was going to that. So you can find me at Walkers_Gallery 2 on Instagram. Community Love.
Shout out to Community of Love at the National Harbor.
At the National Harbor. It stands for communication, unity, and love. And these are the 3 pillars of any society in order for it to progress itself forward.
Your artwork?
You can find the art. You can DM me if you want to purchase art. I do not sell the art that's in the book. If you want to buy the book, reach out to me. You can also buy it on Amazon, Book a Million, Walmart, or personally, reach out to me and you'll get a signed copy and a digital book with it.
Wow, I like that. What? Oh, you got a website?
No, I do not.
You're not. So just make sure you follow him on Instagram. Get that information. I'm pretty sure if they Google you, Carlos Walker, will they find you?
Oh, there's going to be a bunch of stuff that's going to pop up.
Oh, okay.
Interviews, limited.
Well, they need to get on all that. Y'all need to find him on every platform that you can find him on, and make sure you share it with a friend and tell a friend to share it with another friend so we can pass it along. So thank you for joining me here on today.
Thank you.
And you have a good evening, good day, great week, great year, successful decades to come. We'll be right back here on the Stubbs Show. Thank you guys for joining me. I hope that you enjoyed this episode of the Stubbs Show with my special guest, Mr. Carlos Walker. I mean, make sure you guys really check him out. He's also a motivational speaker, and I wanted to reiterate that to you guys because our young Black youth need, especially our young boys, need men like him to come and talk and be able to be a representation of what they can be when they grow up, and understand that no matter what you go through, you can get through it to another level. And if we have people like him speaking and working with our youth while they're youth, we can make greater Black men out of them. So you guys, make sure you connect with him, get this book out there. You can actually do probably a curriculum on him in the school. I don't know, but make sure you check it out. What If at Instagram.com/Walkers_Gallery2. And you'll also be finding him on my Instagram page, which is the_Stubbs_show. Remember, if you want to be a guest on the show or you want to become a sponsor or advertise, you can just email me at the LOF Network at gmail.com. How did I almost forget my own information? What if? Okay, what if? No, but you guys, also I want to give recognition to our special sponsor of the Stubbs Show, the Makayo. Make sure you guys check them out on Instagram at Makayo Official, and you can also find that information right there. So make sure you guys go and follow them on Instagram. I gotta go. I'll see you next week right here on the Stubbs Show.
AV shot this.
And this nigga ain't got no milk.
Wake your ass up. Yes, wake up. You ain't got shit in your house to eat. Like, do you know what time it is?
Like 6:30.
Get your ass up.
Yeah. Don't blow my heart. Don't we party all the time, hey, cause we worked the baddest life, I swear. Don't believe me, ask around, they can't even tell you how I did, I felt a million times. Where I'm from, I don't fit, I'm a little do that mean they don't fit into my life. Even way to see my life, I swear. I can feel it when the haters in the air. Don't blow my heart. Make it easy, put your feelings to the side. Don't blow my heart. Hey, be the drama when you with me, casa. The motion night. Midnight, open up hot top. This no facade. Hey, this no facade. Don't blow my heart. Make it easy, put your feelings to the side. Don't blow my heart. Hey, be the drama when you with me, casa. The motion night. Midnight, open up hot top. This no facade. Wait, this no facade. I've been in phases, she been in the loop. Walking out the mall like everything new. I'm just tryna ball right. We living in the zoo, baby niggas on the news. What we gon' do? We can't stay the same, we gotta change ways. And look how far we came, I pray we maintain. We more than okay. But the minutes go to space and the pain go away. I'm protected by the angel, I'm hardest in my lady. She be in the ladies. And we be mixing flavors, somewhere out in Data, the bottom Barbados. I could keep you out of danger, watching all your angles, I'm something like an angel. I'm addicted to your type, I swear. I can feel it when the love is in the air. Don't blow my heart. Make it easy, put your feelings to the side. Don't blow my heart. Hey, be the drama when you with me, casa. The motion night. Midnight, open up hot top. This no facade. Wait, this no facade. Don't blow my heart. Make it easy, put your feelings to the side.